Welcome to another Siege World War II update video. Once again, we're eager to bring you a whole host of new features as we continue to evolve this exciting new game. In this video, we'll be showcasing a new battleground, awesome new cards, as well as many balance changes we believe will enhance the gameplay of Siege World War II. First up, we've added the new Berlin Battleground, which will appear at tiers 8 and 9. This industrial urban battlefield captures the fall of the Third Reich, pitting players against each other in an epic conflict for dominance against a stronghold representing the Reichstag as your main objective. Additionally, this update introduces several new cards that you'll definitely want in your battle deck. Coming out of the Prestige tier preview status and into the general release, we've got the Tank Destroyer. The Tank Destroyer is a 5-cost, heroic troop card available in tier 8. Per its name, the Tank Destroyer is highly effective at taking out enemy tanks and vehicles, though it also shares their weaknesses. If you don't have other methods of dealing with tanks in your deck, the Destroyer is a great option. First up of the new cards, we've got Dive Bomb. Dive Bomb is a 2-cost, common tactical card that is available at tier 3. When used, this tactic calls in a dive bomber to swoop in and deliver a knockout anti-vehicle strike at the target location. It's also useful against structures, but mostly it's a tank stopper. Try and drop it on clusters of tanks to maximize the damage from its small radius. Next up, we've got Rocket Battery, a 3-cost uncommon tactical card available at tier 7. Play Rocket Battery on a friendly bunker to gain powerful rocket launchers for its duration. This tactic will give them the ability to fire up to 3 rockets at 3 separate targets per shot. The rockets it fires are identical to those of the rocket launcher True, so it's especially effective at destroying multiple attacking vehicles. No longer are your bunkers helpless against a tank blitzkrieg. Each rocket launcher can only fire at 1 target at a time though, so swarms of infantry can soak up the damage well. Third, we've got Pillbox, a 4-cost, rare tactical card available at tier 6. The Pillbox places a hardened structure with dual machine gun positions. In addition to being very resilient, the 2 machine gunners will make quick work of approaching enemy troops. Keep in mind though, the 2 guns have their own limited firing arcs and neither can fire to the rear, making it vulnerable to attacks from behind the line. The Pillbox can serve as a great point protection. Place it in front of an area critical to your strategic foothold and watch it mow down everything in sight. Fourth up, we've got the first of 2 heroic cards entering the war this season, the Radio Operator. The Radio Operator is a 4-cost heroic tactical card available at tier 8. The Radio Operator arrives by jeep and then scouts the battlefield looking for targets. At that point, he'll call in a variety of airstrikes for as long as he survives. The Radio Operator keeps scouting and calling in limited versions of certain air tactics depending on his target. If he targets troops, he'll call in a strafing run. If he targets vehicles, he'll call in an artillery strike. And if he targets buildings, he'll call in a bombing run. That said, keeping him alive as long as possible is key to using him effectively. If the enemy has deployed a radio operator, try and take him out directly with damaging tactics. Or, if you're especially quick, destroy his jeep before he can even enter the battle. And finally, as all of these new cards enter the war, a new challenger enters the exclusivity of Prestige tier preview. The Super Heavy Tank. Aw yeah! The Super Heavy Tank is a 7-cost heroic troop card. Based loosely on the German Panzer VII Maus prototype tank, this massive armored monstrosity brings major firepower and armor to the battlefield. Equipped with 2 guns, the SHT is capable of primary and secondary fire, prioritizing buildings and vehicles with the main gun and using the secondary gun to mow down lesser targets. Typical anti-vehicle tactics serve as the primary counter to the SHT, just a lot more of it. The SHT is tough, but it's also slow, so keep an eye out for it rolling onto the battlefield, and react fast. This update also introduces many important balance changes. We are always looking to promote more exciting battles while amplifying the strategic depth of the game. We found crate drops to be lackluster because of a constantly shifting front line. It was hard to say when troops would be in their effect radius. To fix this, we've redesigned the ammo box and armor piercing buffs to apply their benefits for 30 seconds after a troop walks through them. So a unit merely has to pass through the effect area to gain the advantage. A great way to use them is to place one of these tactics ahead of a big push and watch all your units get a bonus as they charge the enemy. To help make the medic more effective at keeping the front line alive, we've given them the ability to heal all friendly infantry in an area around them, rather than just a single wounded soldier. And remember, the enemy will not directly target medics. Rocket launchers and mortars will now prioritize vehicles and buildings above all else. Previously, they would waste their shots firing at infantry while getting blasted down by, for example, a tank. They should now be more effective in their primary roles. Additionally, grenadiers, flamethrowers, and rocket launchers have all had one troop added when deployed into combat. This represents a pretty significant boost to their combat effectiveness. Aside from these highlights, we have several other balance changes we believe will enhance the game experience in this update. You can take a look at the specifics in our blog post linked in the description. There's also a link to our Discord where you can discuss this update with other players. Thanks for joining us, and subscribe to our channel for more news and updates on all things Siege World War II.